Deciding to be at the actual site of a major turning point in world history 240 years later, and literally the ground we're standing on today was fought over and bled on by American patriots.
That safety always comes first. It doesn't matter what's happening in the battle situation that we're in. You always make sure that the gun is manned properly, that the rounds are made properly, and that the searching and sponging is done right. This way you make sure there's no sparks left inside the barrel, and this way no one is endangered, even though it's a cannon firing several ounces of gunpowder.
It might have been a cigarette ash or something from on a 4th of July, and it ignited as he was trying to prime it. He had a priming horn. Fortunately, he only had a couple of ounces, and he had his full regimentals on, but he had second-degree burns all over his face and hands and so on. And everybody's saying, "This is the weirdest cannon accident. It could be a spark." So just I'd like to keep the muskets away from the gun itself. Certainly not the gun crew. When you're with the crew, you're part of the crew.
The attack on December 26, 1776 was in a driving snowstorm. Few people remember that. So the Battle of Trenton was won by artillery that could be fired using port fires, which are flare-like things that the artillerymen could set the cannons off with, and by cold steel, a bayonet. Very little gunfire was going on because the flintlocks were wet out by the driving sleet and snow.
So you're overrun, and the last thing you do, you take the ramrods and stuff, beat the shit out of people and run or die there. But not standing there with a musket and firing. Your piece is the gun when you're there.
Okay.
The second Battle of Trenton, which took place on January 2nd, 1777, and that's when Washington slipped away at night and went up to Princeton the next day. And
I make a right, but I'm not sure. I'm not a Trentonian.
Okay, I know it's kind of back that way.
That if it had not been for Washington's victories at Trenton and Princeton, we'd be singing "God Save the Queen."
There's one reason why we have a road, and that's because it leads to somewhere.